G'day my little robins, it's me Beth. Another week has passed, which means you get another video from, well, me, and I'm back with another album review. The album in question is the third studio album by Don Broco called Technology that was released on Friday the 2nd of February, so I've had a week to listen to the album and I've formed an opinion, and I'm gonna share my opinion with you guys in the video. Apologies if my voice still sounds off. I'm slowly recovering from the cold I had last week, but my throat's still a bit sore, so forgive me. Anyway, before we begin this video, if you want to support me and the channel, you can click like to show me some love, and you can hit that subscribe button because I upload twice a week on a Monday and a Friday. And the sun's just gone in, which is very annoying because I have a feeling this video light's going to be all over the place. Enough about that, let's just dive right into this Don Broco album review. Now, if you want an album that's well aware of, its own social commentary, dripping with sarcasm, then, Technology is for you. For me, Don Broco cement themselves as their own genre on this album, knowing exactly which chord to strike, to appeal and attract just about anyone with this album. You go, boys, you have way too many genres on this album, to pigeonhole you to like a certain sound, which I really like. And yeah, I know this album is going to attract a load of new fans. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved Automatic, the catchy hooks and the equally catchy lyrics, but for me, Technology, elevates those catchy hooks and on-the-nose lyrics and shows the band maturing in a way that as a long-term fan, makes me very happy. Listening to this album, I have a feeling, I think I've already mentioned, that this will open Don Broco to a whole new audience. They have enough quirk on this album for old fans like me, and they also focus, on issues that new fans will be able to pick up easily. They have made a very accessible album with Technology. Technology has 16 tracks and a running time just short of an hour, which I will admit, when I first, heard this, I was like, I've got to take a step back. Because usually for me, when bands, add more than the usual 10 to 11 tracks on an album, some bands will just chuck more songs on there, for the sake of it, because they're like, why not? Whereas for me, each song, on the Technology album, flowed in sync with each other. That's right, my hand's doing the worm. They all complemented each other, and they flowed seamlessly between songs to the point that I forgot that I've pretty much spent an hour just listening to this album, and I got kind of sad, when the album came to an end, but I realised I can just play the album on repeat as much as I want, and I'm never going to get bored. Don Broco, well done. Rob, Simon, Tom and Matt, they all complement each other, musically, vocally and instrumentally on this album. Then again, Don Broco, they've been a band, for 10 years, minus one, band member change. And you can kind of see, when you listen to some of the songs on this album more closely, that each member, has brought something, individual to the album, yet when all these pieces, form together like a jigsaw, they fit perfectly. And you can tell that, with this band, each member took the time, to be like, right, this is what I want, this is my spin, I want this on the album, and this is what you're going to get. Now, I'm just going to put it out there, some social commentary albums, really rub me the wrong way, and bands can do it wrong, where sometimes, they try too hard to push their beliefs on the listeners. But for me, Technology, Don Broco, it works really well, it's a synergy, all the issues make sense and are very relevant. And if I had to pick another, social commentary album that, I would say this is on par with, it would be While She Sleeps, You Are We, which is a very social commentary heavy album based on, today's themes, but it fit, there was a synergy, I didn't mind, so I'm going to say Technology by Don Broco is on par with You Are We by While She Sleeps, which is a very hard thing for me to admit, because I'm a really big While She Sleeps fan. But yeah, this social commentary album, I'm a fan, I believed in all the issues, that were on the album, and it's safe to say it's very relatable. Now, when the band dropped the single Everybody, I was a little concerned that Don Broco would be releasing another Automatic, which I had no problem with, but then they released the song Technology, and I was like, wait a minute, this song is a lot heavier and more reminiscent of their older sound, which makes me very happy, as an old fan. because I love it when bands, go back to their heavier roots. And for me, this, just shows how, Don Broco are maturing as a band. They can, still do stuff, that's relevant, but, they can also, go back to, what made them in the first place, in my eyes. Now, for me, even some of the emotional songs, such as the blues, they fit seamlessly in with the heaviness, which, was kind of nice, because normally when you put an emotional song on an album, it takes away, from some of the other tracks. But as I've been saying throughout this entire review, they all complement each other, which, I'm not going to lie, took me by surprise. And for me, the heaviness and electro synth, never fade from start to end on this whole album. If I had to pick, my 3 favourite songs on the album, they would be The Blues, Stay Ignorant, and Everybody, with Stay Ignorant giving me, my new favourite lyric of the year and go-to conversation starter with the lyric, "If we're gonna fake it right," which couldn't be, more relevant in today's society, and I can surprisingly apply it to many aspects of my life, and, it just brings a smile to my face every time I say it. So in this review, if I had to give Technology a rating out of 5, Technology is getting a well-deserved 5 out of 5 from me, because, Don Broco have put out an amazing, relatable album that fans and critics will be talking about for a very long time. I'm not going to lie, it's been a very long wait between, Automatic and Technology, but I'm so happy my boys are back, and hopefully I get to see them, on tour at some point, because I've heard they put on an amazing show. Anyway, in the comments below, I'd love to hear, your guys' thoughts and opinions on the album and the band. Comments is the place to go. While you're down there, you can also check out all the links to my social media, because why the hell not? Nothing's stopping you. You can click like to show me some love, and you can click my face right here to subscribe to the channel, because I upload twice a week on a Monday and a Friday. You can check out my last 2 videos or playlists right here, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing. Anyway, enough about that. I'm going to go back and listen, to some Technology. Until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye.